Right, we're still strikerless, but it's time for some reinforcements. Hello then folks, welcome back to an episode of Derby County Strikerless with DoctorBenjy FM. And as I mentioned, we're going faster with this series now. There won't be that many episodes, so if you are enjoying the series still, do leave a like on it, do let me know. And let's crack on then. There's been some ins, there's been some outs, some surprising outs. We've changed the position again that I didn't want to change, but the big thing is, we've brought in some players that level us up. Now, look, it's been pretty documented as we head on over to HQ. And I'm not going to tease you with each one. We're going to talk about all of them in one. Outs and ins then, of course, always happens in a transfer window. And the outs are kind of fascinating. Like the three names there, you may not have expected any of them to leave, but they all have. Let's talk about these boys first before we get excited about Luis Alberto. So, Vertooth is gone. Jordan's left because I can't say his surname and it was time to go. So off he leaves us. It's not bad really. A free transfer brought in, free transfer leaving. He was just a good squad player. Never quite did as much as I was hoping he would do in this team, but it's probably not his fault. So Jordan, thanks very much. He probably hasn't played strikerless before. Bakayoko. This one was quite straightforward, really. We got 12.5 million for him, and I went, yeah, that's okay then. For a player that's not really been doing that well for me, we bought for 3.5 million, making a bit of a profit on the sale. That was sort of always the plan with him. I always thought I'd get a little bit more money, but yeah, 12.5 is absolutely fine. For a player that is 32, that's good. So well done, me. Congratulations, me. Well, yeah, we take those. And the final one, and this is the one that's the big surprise. Lafont's gone. Out of £20 million release fee. I didn't think anyone would activate it quite so quickly. Yeah, we bought him for 10 million, 15 clean sheets last year, had a phenomenal time, and then some land have gone 20 million. Yes, we will have one of the best French keepers around for 20 million quid. Yeah, a really good player. I'm really annoyed. What more can I say? Let's focus with his position then. He's left us, and £6 million has gone on Wojciech Szczesny. Now, that is a transfer, isn't it? That's quite exciting. 36 years of age, look. I know he's 36 and has played for Tottenham now. I'll say no more about that. And didn't have the most phenomenal time. And even for me, he hasn't started amazingly, although his average rating says something else completely different. I just think for the here and now, he's pretty good. For this season, and this is our final year, remember, like, it's pretty good. So, Wojciech Szczesny, welcome to Derby. Give me your very best. Whatever's left, I want that, please. Now, welcome Adam. Lozek, I think it's a silent H. Let's assume it's a silent H. That Z definitely isn't just said Z because it's got a little arrow on it. Adam Lozek. That's probably exactly right. Now, we didn't bring in a striker this summer, but if there's a man that can play there at some point in the future, this is probably our guy. 110 grand a week and 14 million pounds. The man from Sparta Prague is coming in as my goal scoring left winger. Key point there, my friend Adam, is goal scoring. So far, 3 appearances, no goals. But don't worry about that. Goal scoring, very quick, good in dribbling and finishing. Again, great flair as well. His off the ball could be slightly better, but generally speaking, that composure, finishing ability, hopefully getting into those positions to do the finishing. That's what we're hoping for. Welcome. It's a step up for him, but I think he's ready. Now, this is a classic DoctorBenjy signing, a 35-year-old Martin de Roon. This is everything about this is perfect, really. When you think about the position that we play, right, whether it be a playmaker or an anchor man, this guy's got it. I had a save years ago. I can't even think of who it was with. It might have been, I don't know, it might have been Brescia, right? And I had Tim Sparv, you know, the big ice, is he Iceland? Where's Tim Sparv from? Finnish? I got the colours of the flag right. The big Finn though, right? Big lad, really good at anchorman, even though he couldn't run. So don't worry about his acceleration and his agility. I know that 6'1" anchormen with great positioning, good attacking ability, and okay aerial ability are perfect, right? This is the kind of guy we need. Bilic was like this as well, right? He couldn't run. It didn't matter. But again, those mental attributes are so far and away above what we need, and he is the perfect man. So welcome Martin de Roon to Derby County. And next up, we have a man he's an angry fella. Welcome Diego Carlos, 33. You've got to remember, Right, I know what you're going to say. These players are really old, Ben. I'm trying to get the absolute best of their like final years. Has had a decent spell over at Newcastle. Didn't really play for them that much last season. And we played Newcastle today as well, by the way, as a little teaser. And I just think as a centre-back option, he's still perfect, really, for what we need, again, in this side. He's got the physical attributes still. Great strength as well. The red arrows make it look worse. And people have been loving the red arrows this weekend. But the red arrows do make him look worse. That there makes him look, I would say, significantly better. So focus on that player profile screen. Yeah, perfect again for what we need right now. And then finally, 25 million quid on Luis Alberto. We talk about players that can play in behind no striker or to play that midfield three. This is the guy, right? This is the guy. Yes, he's 33 now. Again, I'm trying to get the right, listen, I have to say this. The players of quality who are 28 and 29 do not want to join Derby County who aren't in Europe. So this was the best option. Go for the players that are looking for that final payday and bring them in. And Luis Alberto is that guy. Yes, it's £25 million on a player who was pretty good for Porto last year, but is 33 years of age. But I think you'll agree, mentally, physically, really good. And mentally and technically really good. Physically, just okay. Just okay. Tries killer balls often, plays 1-2s, likes the ball played into feet. It's kind of everything we do. So it's left me with 25 million quid. It's the 12th of September though. Deadline day was boring. Nothing happened. And now it's like, well, if we need that in the January as a last ditch, we need to bring in these players right now. We can do. But we've now got a squad, which I think is ready to compete at a higher level. Look, I said a few episodes ago, let's win the league, right? And I'm not sure winning the league is possible. But the Champions League, qualifying for that, that's goal number one. And if by the time we get to March, we're still in the hunt for the title, let's just consider that a miracle, shall we? Yes, let's. The average age of the squad has rocketed, but so has the quality. So that's what we're going to try and focus on. If I sort by position, you can see now we're pretty good in lots of different areas, and I'm very, very happy with that. And players are coming through from the Derby Academy. A couple of guys that were worth mentioning. Miles Mulligan, we touched on once before, it could be quite a good centre-back, but not right now. Keyshawn Brown is amazing. Again, striker option-wise, he's probably the guy. I say amazing. He's not developed quite as much as I thought he would, but yeah, worth a lot of money, so obviously really good. And then Ryan Snedker as our backup right-back option for the year. It's just nice to have a Derby youth prospect, isn't it? So we're going to try and give him a little bit of a chance here and there. He's not the first choice right-back. Of course, Cabore's still doing that job, but yeah, as the backup, it'll probably be fine. So I am now regretting not bringing another right back. But centre midfield wise, now you look at the options we've got in there. Scott McTominay's there, Lakonga, Darun, Alberto, Felix, Almada, right, Joe Willock's still with us as well. As a few of the other guys who could play out wide but also play through the centre. Michael Liddersey is kind of that guy. It's not too bad. And we've played a few games this season and we're 6th. Beat West Ham, beat Southampton, beat Accrington Stanley. Who are they? And then a defeat to Arsenal, a really frustrating defeat to Arsenal. 77th minute goal from Lenny, who is a player I looked at previously and I didn't sign. And now kind of wish I did. It cost Arsenal 20 mil. I kind of wish that I'd been the guy to do that. If I was playing for another 5 years, I probably would have done. And today then, we're going to play Newcastle. Now, Newcastle, as you remember from last season, were battling for the title at the very end of the year. I've looked through their summer transfers. I've got to be honest with you, folks. They're not that interesting. 81 points, by the way, winning the Premier League. Oh, it makes me sick. Their squad their squad's pretty good without being amazing, I would say. We sort of talked about it last time when we were looking at how they were doing in the season. Like, their best player is someone like Pacina, probably, who's like really, really solid, but not incredible. Bruno Guimaraes is just long gone to PSG as well, so he won't be back. Calvert-Lewin's in their side. Like, it's a good side, don't get me wrong. It's just not like... No, it's not title contending. I mean, speaking of which, there's my boys. So, we're going to play today's game. We've not got Almada, which is so frustrating. He can't feature. He's out with an injury for a few weeks, so won't be available to me. He's going to step out for this first game. Then Scott McTominay is going to come in. I'm tempted to play Luis Alberto in the central role of all of this. Or do you play the combination of these two next to each other because they're mates? Neither of them are amazing finishers, I feel like. Composure doesn't really exist with somebody. Right, I'm just thinking Luis Alberto might get into goal scoring opportunities, so play him there. And we might even play him further forward if it calls upon itself at some stage. But this then, if we just swap these two boys around, is the lineup for this first game. We're sticking with the classic Derby 4-1-3-2 system, strikerless, of course. Szczesny in goal, then Kabore, Diego Carlos, Alderete, Pedraza at left back, Darun, Sambi Lokonga, Luis Alberto, Scott McTominay, Michael Illesi, and Matthias Cunha on the left-hand side. Again, lots of options now off the bench, it feels like. I do feel like our squad is certainly growing in depth and actually having quality behind that. Like, if I have to bring on some of these players off the bench, I don't feel like I'm making the team dramatically worse anymore, which is a positive. Kabore not fully fit for this, but you think I'm playing Snedker? Absolutely not. As I said, our depth really good now. All right then, so we're going to play Newcastle just to see how we fare. Just one game today. Again, the transfer update. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Good transfer window. Please bear in mind, if there were better players to buy, I'd have bought them. That's the important bit to remember here. We didn't have a massive budget, right, 60 mil or so we couldn't do loads in the transfer window, but I feel like we've definitely made the team better. I do worry a little bit about Wojciech Szczesny. I don't know how good he'll be at 36 in the Premier League, but I'm going to be the man to find out, I guess, is what we've concluded. And Scott McTominay's ball there to Luis Alberto. They're getting on well. Saliba, one of the players Newcastle bought, actually, which is interesting. They've got, again, it's a good team. It's just not an incredible team, although it may be a team that still manages to beat me like 12-0. So let's bear that in mind. As Luis Alberto knocks it down to Illesi now, who runs into someone who takes the ball off him almost immediately. That's wonderful to see. Calvert-Lewin now, that man's free. Pessina, I've said he's their best player. Calvert-Lewin, well, he's not bad either. We're a minute in, we're 1-0 down. It's great to be, it's honestly great, isn't it? It's so good. If I had Tim Sparv, none of this would be happening. All right, we're 1-0 down. And that has always been a problem with this system. It was a problem in one of the streamer showdowns I played with this system, is that you concede very early. Doug's knocking at my door. It's either Doug or it's disgruntled Derby fans. I'm not sure which. Away from home against Newcastle. Again, if you're going to get into the top four, they go top of the league if they win this. But if you're getting into the top four, this is the kind of game you need to be performing in. Don't just launch it forward. How many times have we talked about this? How many times? What is the point of having play out from defence on? You have to be more disciplined. We'll play shorter if we have to. Fine. You've won me over. We'll play shorter. We'll play disciplined to the point where I've told you to play out the back. You'll bloody play out at the back. And we'll see if it now has a bit more of an effect. Procedures in on goal. And that nearly came with Wojciech because you kicked it long. So just bear that in mind. I know you're new around here, and it's going to take you a little bit of time to adjust. And I know it's confusing not having a big target man striker, considering you've just come from Juventus or Tottenham, where they've got some. But learn. They've got a free kick. I will say every highlight so far, it's not showing us in a brilliant light, is it? In that, right, I've picked a goalkeeper that's got holes in him. I don't know if I want to see this again from any angle, really, because I'm pretty sure that's gone through the body of Szczesny. If we do a vertical scrolling camera, hang on a minute, well, this isn't going to work, is it? Behind goal, does the ball go directly through him? He's got a lot of time and space there, but as the ball... No, he just can't dive. Well, would Lafont have saved it? Or will 36-year-old... Oh, this season's already dead, isn't it? No, the problem is our general play. They're in again, are they? We've given it the ball. We've given it to them. How have they missed? They should be 4-0 up. Well, this is going about as badly as possible. So, strap in. It's all right. Look, this team won't exist by this time next week. So, that's a good team talk. That's solid. I told them they've been awful. Well, move on then. Just move on. All right, the second half, I've completely destroyed any relationship I had with all the players. So we'll see if that makes us better. If they now don't value me as a human or a manager, that probably improves things. Lokonga on that side, played into the middle. It's a chance, isn't it? It's a chance. So I big it up. This is at the point where you're probably thinking, oh, Ben, should have bought a striker, mate, as they've piled another one. Shall we just look? Why not? Keyshawn Brown's going to come on for Darun, right? We're going to just play. Do you know, I've been doing a save with Barcelona recently. I mentioned it in this series. Let's just apply that tactic and see what happens. You know, what's the worst that could happen? Anchorman's still in there. You know, attacking midfielder, deep. Blah, blah. Do you know what? These boys are going to be good in this system. We've brought on Brown as well, Keyshawn Brown, making his big debut, his big Premier League debut for Derby. I in a way, don't want to score, because then it just makes a whole mockery of... Sorry, just bear with me. What is happening? Ball played across, Saliba. I'm not sure how this has come to be at the feet of that player there, but I don't know what happened at the back post. Calvert-Lewin had, I don't know what he was doing. Anyway, that was a strange highlight from start to finish. See, we are at a point with this team probably where if we just signed a world-class striker, again, impossible, but had we signed a world-class striker, maybe we'd be top of the league by now. Or maybe we would have won the Premier League by now. Kabore on this right side. Hello, look at us now playing a whole different style of football, which completely eradicates the job we've done and the title of the current series. So, fun, isn't it? I mean, at least we're having fun, viewers. That's the thing I'd be worried about otherwise. Cunha, lay it through. There's the conga. Don't do it. Or, again, I don't know what to root for, viewers. What are you hoping happens here? I know what you're hoping happens. Whatever inflicts the most pain on me. You want us to win 3-2. Understood. Ball played in, cleared away. Oh my God, void check. That's fine. There was nothing wrong with that. At no point was I concerned. Right, more discipline now. Look at him rolling it out. Look at him learn. This is great. Look at us. All right, play the ball around very neatly here in a Barcelona style. Oh, why did I say words? Why did I open my mouth? Ball launched forwards towards Calvert-Lewin, who wins the header. This is scary. They're in again. Do you ever play Football Manager and wonder why? Do you ever? Does it ever happen to you? All right, 10 minutes to go. Quintana's going to come on. Hugo Felix is going to come on. The boys, you know, some fresh blood to make this less embarrassing. I'm not sure how they can, to be honest. The thing is, I think the last time you saw me win like football matches regularly on FM was 2015. That's my concern now. Should I retire? Genuine question. It might be 4-0. It's hard. Calvert-Lewin's on a roly-poly. So I'll say now, if he hasn't scored, that celebration there was embarrassing. He has scored. I think he knew that. You don't commit to a roly-poly, do you? You just don't. I think some may call it a forward roll. I mean, traditionally, I call it a roly-poly. You don't commit to that unless you know you've scored. There you are. I don't know if you just saw that there, viewers, but that's the next hope of Derby County there. Really, you know, subscribing to the current philosophy of getting battered. Well, you've all been there. Spent 4 hours on a transfer window, signed 5 players, all of which seem to have made me worse. Honestly, we've got a kick-off highlight. I don't want it. Well, ironically now, the strikerless system did better than this. So, what does it say? Maybe my Derby team aren't Barcelona. I think that's all we can really conclude. They're genuinely in again, are they? In again. Wow. Okay. What on earth? What a day to be a Newcastle fan, though. I mean, sensational stuff. Really, honestly, a sick performance from them. It doesn't really takes away slightly. I'm far from pleased with that result. I've nailed that team talk. Again, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Do you know what I was going to do after we beat Newcastle today? I was going to go, make a prediction then. Where do you think we'll finish this season? I don't want you to do that. We're 10th again. I'll tell you where we're going to finish. 10th again. Strange. Well, there we are. That concludes the transfer. I can't call it transfer special, can I? That confirms then our transfer abomination, and I'll see you tomorrow or later this week, probably Wednesday, for a bit more of this. That was appalling. You'd have to put it out. I don't know where we go from here. No, I do know. I'm going to see you around the Aston Villa Tottenham games. We're going to have played all these matches by the time we next meet, which I'm sure is going to be scintillating for me personally. Yeah, Villa and Tottenham. We'll see how we're getting on by the end of December. I'm sure it's going to be fine. I'm sure it's going to be fine. Is that what the therapist said? Just repeat positive affirmation. That's it, isn't it? Take care, everybody. See you soon. Shambolic.